Joining us right now to talk more about this is Sucharita Kodali. She's a retail analyst at Forrester Research. And Sucharita, I think the big deal, the big difference between this is maybe what we heard from Walmart last week was pretty different than what we're hearing from Target today.
Right. And I think that is really ultimately what the story is that when you look at Walmart when you look at Target versus its competitive set, which is Walmart, Amazon, and Costco, all of those other retailers are outpacing. They are capturing more of the share of where consumers are spending. Consumer spending is at this point flatlining relative to inflation. So if anybody is growing, that's a good thing. And those retailers are. Target, unfortunately, is not at this point.
Why do you think that is?
I think that what happened during the pandemic is that the company joined the $100 billion retailer club, and really it probably did a significant part of that, not just with good assortment, but also raising prices. And ultimately, the shopper is just pushing back. It's come to a point that prices for a lot of these core commodity goods in sectors like grocery are just too high. And the shopper is retreating to value-based retailers where Walmart and Costco and even Amazon seem to be more price competitive. And that's exactly why you saw that Target announcement earlier this week of lowering prices on those 5,000 goods.
Yeah, 5,000 goods they say they're lowering prices on. Do you think it helps? Because Brian Cornell tells me that for this current quarter, they anticipate that they are going to see a return to growth in the comp store sales, anywhere from 0 to 2%, versus I think they were down more than 3% for the last quarter that they just reported.
Yeah, the discounts and the decreases in those prices, that's definitely a return to some of those, the value proposition that Target's historically been known for. And that's certainly on a lot of those key value indicator goods. It sounds like it's going to be on some of the commodities like maybe milk and eggs. So that's definitely a good thing. But the fact that they announced it even just a few days ago, I think was a signal that today's numbers were not going to be terribly strong, because that when you make an announcement like that, I don't think it necessarily suggests that you are already the value leader. You're moving toward becoming what you hope to be is the value leader.
What do you anticipate? You think it works to any extent, or do new shoppers kind of stay where they are? Walmart has had some big success with the shoppers who are making over $100,000. They've lured them in, and that's where the bulk of their growth has come from the last 3 years.
Well, this is Target's core demographic. I mean, they have a much more affluent consumer base to start with. And it was really, candidly, it was their war to lose. So they certainly have the ability to bring consumers back. I think that it's been an odd last few quarters for Target. They are generally known for executing very well and having great value propositions for shoppers. Consumers historically have gone to Target because Target often has great values in everything from apparel to commodity goods like household products like paper towels. So the fact that the shopper has retreated or chosen other alternatives suggests that they have some work to do from a marketing standpoint and bringing those shoppers back.
Last summer, Target said that they were suffering. There was a backlash against the LGBTQ and Pride merchandise, and that did hurt sales. Do you think they're still suffering from that?
I don't think that they're necessarily suffering from that. A lot of those corporate social responsibility backlashes from the consumer are usually like a few weeks, and then shoppers move on because the news cycle moves on. So actually, next quarter, their comps may be a little bit stronger because they don't have that same issue. So that's actually something that they had headwinds last year. They may not be facing those this year, although they do have some of these value issues. These issues related, when I mean value, like pricing issues related to whether or not consumers are finding the best prices at Target. That's really the challenge for them, is to make sure that shoppers recognize that you're not going to be paying $20 more for your Target basket this year versus what you remember from several years ago.